Hey guys, this is Brant at Nutrition First Coaching, here again with Harrison.
Howdy.
Buddy. He's gonna show us how to use all this stuff. What do we got?
Fats and acids.
Ooh, fats and acids.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, nice.
All right, so over here we've got, let's just start with these lemons. They're a great way to get some acid into your food. Whether it's through the zest of the lemon, which removing it with a zester, or cutting it off with your knife and dicing it. It's a great way to add flavor to a meat dish, a veg dish, a salad, a dressing.
So with acid, is it, especially with meat, is it just gonna make it more tender? Does it make it cook easier?
Not
or what?
necessarily. You don't want to marinate with acid for a long time because it'll actually start to cook the meat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just break it down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that a little bit of apple cider vinegar with stuff like pork, a little bit of lemon with chicken or fish. That's good stuff. Let's see.
I usually just like squeeze it. Like if I'm making fish, I just squeeze a little bit on there, like and grill it or cook it from there.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, cool.
You put it on there when you're grilling it. Put it on after. It's your call. How much lemon you like. Let's see. This apple cider vinegar. I like to use it in dressings a lot. And just maybe a little sip on the side.
Yeah.
But what do you like to use it for?
It out. I'm big with dressings for sure.
Yeah.
Because I like that kind of little kick of the vinegar in there. A little apple cider vinegar and a little olive oil and little
Just
flavors
simple,
in there.
simple. You can make a simple dressing with just lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Done.
Nice.
Yeah, and
now he likes apple cider vinegar too.
Oh, really?
She's yelling for
Oh,
it.
Yeah. No, and we have some balsamic vinegar. That's good stuff. It's darker, a little sweeter. It just depends on what you're using it for. I'm sure you use it in salads.
Yeah, definitely a ton.
Yeah. All right, let's get these acids out of the way, and
What do we got next?
we're gonna segue into some fats. That's
Nice.
good stuff.
Yeah.
We got some ghee here. Do you like to put this in your coffee?
I do a little.
Nice.
I like the bulletproof coffee. A
Yeah.
little ghee or the Kerrygold in there, and then blend it up. That's my Vitamix. Gets used every day for
absolutely.
that. A little MCT oil.
And it's nice because it's creamy.
Yeah.
Gets you going.
Yeah, and it took me away from like creamers and all
absolutely.
that crappy, 25 ingredients in your creamer type of thing.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah,
totally.
that's one of my favorites.
It's good stuff. Good butter. They're actually related. Ghee is just clarified butter. It's had the milk fat removed, and they're great.
Yeah. Do they cook different, or is it really same purpose?
Ghee has a little bit of a higher smoke point, and what I mean by smoke point is that it's not going to burn in the pan as quickly. So the milk fat in here will, brown and burn, and it will take a lot longer to burn.
Let's see.
So it's good for cooking.
That's
We've
good
got
to know.
this stuff. Big fan of this stuff. Avocado oil spray. It's great for quick lining a pan. I'm sure you use it a lot.
Yeah, and that goes back to that high smoke point too.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, so it doesn't break
I
down.
think it's like 480 degrees or something like that.
Yeah, it's way up there.
Let's see. Coconut oil. This is one of my personal favorites. Use it quite a bit. It adds flavor. It has its own profile of sweetness. And then if you get it to its smoke point, like right to where it's about to burn, I think it takes on a really nice, almost like a nutty quality coconut.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm sure you
use
can
a
put
ton of
this in
that.
your coffee.
Yeah, that's why we go with like gigantic jugs and
Exactly. You could do any
quantity.
Put it on your skin, put it in your coffee, anything. And then we've got the old olive oil. This happens to be extra virgin. It's good stuff, good for your dressings. It's all right for, cooking in a pan or roasting your vegetables in. It has a little bit lower of a smoke point, and it's got a really bold flavor most of the time. So it's good. I like it. It should be in your kitchen.
Nice. Allie likes it too.
Yeah, she loves it.
Good to you, bro.
All right.
All right, so we got all our fats there. We got our acids.
Yep.
Now about like
Some seasoning.
putting some flavoring in there, huh?
Some seasoning. And we got to watch out for these seasonings, right? Because a lot of them have the salt that we don't want or sugar. And I've got a good example right here. This is just curry powder. And I'm going to read the ingredients to you. It's coriander, fenugreek, turmeric, cumin, black pepper, bay leaves, celery seed, nutmeg, clove, no salt, no sugar, just the seasoning. And that's what you want. And you can really control that salt on your own.
Yeah. Yeah, mainly for blood pressure. I mean, that's a big point. If you have any kind of kidney issues, the salt's going to retain water. It's going to increase your blood pressure. That's going to cause for some people, that's going to cause some like swelling, and it can cause joint pain, and that kind of progresses you down. And even though it tastes great too, so many things contain salt. We don't need a lot of salt in our diet. You do need salt. Of course, sodium is important for just function in your body, especially muscle function, but you tend to get it so easily.
There's salt in here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like even things that grow in the earth are going to pull sodium out of the ground.
Exactly.
And chloride. So yeah, I always kind of tell people the more you can control things without salt and get that good flavor, then you can always add a little bit just to get it to taste too. And everybody's got a little different preference for that. I know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll see people just.
Well, coming
tons
from
of salt.
the professional world, it's important to differentiate the two, because if it's a nice restaurant, generally we don't want the guest seasoning at the table, so it's going to come out. It's going to taste, luxurious or creamy, or just how you'd want it to. Like, oh, why don't I make this food at home? Probably because you're not adding enough fat or oil, but we're trying to cook healthy, so we control that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know at a restaurant, especially the nice ones too, it's like they want it to taste as good as possible.
As good as
they
possible.
don't care how many calories you're getting,
Nope.
or if you got too much sodium in there or
Nope.
what. So yeah, flavor, it's all about flavor. Yeah, and this one's a good like no salt seasoning too, and I think there's like 21 different organic spices in there. So there's
Nice.
so many things you can add flavor with, and I love curry and anything in that.
Yeah,
That whole
this is just an
world.
example.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, now good old pepper.
Yeah, pepper's great stuff. Salt and pepper, they hand in hand. You see them on every dining table in America.
Yeah.
It's good.
Is there a big difference between like if you get it ground or then if you use like a little pepper mill and
That's
you
a
grind
really
it
good
up?
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We have fine ground pepper, which you might use for your table. You might have it in a shaker on your table. You might put a little bit in a dressing. But this coarse ground stuff is really good for seasoning your meat and your vegetables, because especially with the meat, whatever you can do to put a crust on there, and we'll get into that a little bit later, that's going to help the flavor immensely. So coarse ground, fine ground, there's a reason.
Yeah. And there's actually, with any spices too, but with pepper in particular, there's something called bioperine, and that's actually something they add to a lot of supplements. And it's a black pepper based, and it actually increases the absorption of whatever you're eating.
Nice.
So
Learning.
it helps those little micronutrients and vitamins get into the system too. So if you look at your supplement and it's got a little bit of that in there, that's the whole point of that. So
What is that again?
bioperine,
Bioperine.
I might be saying that wrong,
No.
but that's kind of how it looks spelled, and that's really just to increase the acidity in the stomach and help with absorption of whatever supplement or micronutrient you're trying to intake with it. So can't be bad to add it to your food
No.
and just get all those micronutrients out of your vegetables and
Yeah.
everything else too. So yeah, the other one that I go to a lot now, getting more into the sodium world, is this salt, pepper, garlic blend. I love this one. Put it on all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
probably
it's good.
more than I
I've used this brand before.
have. It good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean the thing that I think is going to be really helpful for people too is like I get so stuck in like, oh, pepper, salt, pepper, garlic, and those are like the only things I use, versus having some variety to your spices and then being able to get away from some of the sodium-based stuff and get into just some stuff with different flavor profiles too.
Absolutely, variety is the spice of life.
Hey, nice. True, so true. Hey, this is Brandon, Nutrition First Coaching. If you'd like more content like this, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and all our other social media outlets at Nutrition First Coaching.